Hello, sixth grade. Today is Friday, November 6th, and today in class we went over the comprehension questions from your assignment yesterday. Guess I should have started with that. And I must close the Google Classroom. Sorry about that. Here we go. So just to zip through your answers on these to make sure you are on the right track from yesterday. Instructions, here we go. Everybody got a blanket score for this, so I failed at making a quiz on Google Classroom. I think the one I did for today is much better. I think it works right. So anyway, let's go through the answers. Which of the following was not true about Philo? That about him and where he grew up, that they had no chores. It is true that there were no movies, no refrigerators, and no cars at the time. They definitely had chores living on the farm. What captivated Philo? New machines. What were people racing to invent when he was a young boy? Television. Philo was good at, this was a trick question. The answer was meant to be playing the violin, but building things is also a true answer. So both of those would have been right. What did Philo draw a picture of after his dad took him to see the train? This is when he was just 3 years old. He actually drew the inside of what the motor looked like on the train. Pretty high tech for a little toddler. Who were his heroes? Other inventors. We said maybe some of these other people were heroes to him, but the ones he really looked up to were the inventors he read about in the magazines. Who sponsored the contest that he won? It was Science and Invention magazine. How did Philo learn so much? From the magazines in the attic. How did Philo become named the Farnsworth's electrical engineer? That's just his last name. So why did his family decide to call him the electrical engineer? The first three are very similar, but the correct answer is the third one. He fixed the generator himself after bombarding the repairman with questions. So when the guy came to fix it all the time, Philo would always ask a million questions, and then he finally learned enough that he could fix it himself. The last question is, what character trait best describes Philo as a small child? These first two are kind of big words. You might have to look them up on dictionary.com. Inquisitive is the right answer because it means someone who has a lot of questions and tries to figure things out. So that would describe young Philo. So the first part of our day was just going over these answers. Everybody turned in their cursive spelling, and we also filled out our planner. So your planner should look like this today. Let me see if I click it like this. Your homework is to read something you like and waggle for 10 minutes. You should have a total of 40 for this week. By tonight, before you go to bed, you should have 40 minutes. If you want to earn those extra credit points, you can earn up to 50 extra points to make up for lost waggle minutes before. And that is, so you could get a 90 out of 40 this week. And you get that opportunity again next week, and then that opportunity is gone. So anyway, read and waggle. Where are we? Over here. And then no new spelling yet. And then today we finished reading, we did this in class for the most part, finished reading the text. So you learned the rest of Mr. Philo's story. And then I did manage to get some comprehension questions, a little quiz typed up, and I think I did it right this time. So if you look at your Google Classroom, let me get my big head out of the way. There we go. If you look back at your Google Classroom, so here's yesterday's assignment that you already did, and then here's the one for today. This video will be up here right above it, so make sure you're clicking on the assignment to answer those questions. I will also tell you that, let's see, it's about 10 or 12 questions, and the last one is a paragraph, and it's worth 20 points. So on this paragraph, somebody said, do I use Race's writing? You certainly should use all the pieces of Race's writing, but we talked about not shortchanging yourself. If you know more than one character trait, you should tell them all. You have to write it like I don't already know. You should be writing like you have all the knowledge and you just need to explain all of it to me. And so that's what your little mini quiz looks like. And today you're starting on page 158. I think it's, yep, this is where you ended yesterday. So today you're starting on page 158 and you are reading to page 164. When you take that mini quiz, you are certainly welcome to look back in the text to help you with your answers. And I believe one more page after that, and that is the end of what you need to read. So, quick rundown. Make sure that you have waggled for 40 minutes this week. Make sure that you read something really good that you like, even if it's instructions on how to build something or how to bake a cake. I don't care. Read something good or something you're interested in. And then the assignment, what we did in class, is finish reading about Philo, the inventor of the TV, and take that little comprehension quiz. And that's it. Have a wonderful weekend.